That is intense.
Recommend it, honestly.
Yeah, right. Welcome home. This is the Residency Podcast. I am Jeff Tomasic with Drew Belcher and Lo Raven, bringing you the biggest guests and stories in entertainment, business, pop culture, and sports from our studio on the Las Vegas Strip inside the Mandalay Bay. You know the drill, guys. Make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. We appreciate you. This episode is brought to you by Mandalay Bay. On Saturday, April 30th, Valdez and Stevenson, the world's two best junior lightweights, will meet in a little title unification matchup for the ages at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. And plus, don't miss out. Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube will be the special guest.
I gotta go to that fucking concert.
Yeah, it'll be unbelievable. With special guest Warren G at Michelob Ultra Arena on May 14th. Nostalgia everywhere.
Yeah, just some classic West Coast
God,
gangster
just
shit.
doing it. The Las Vegas Aces are also finally back chasing a championship, and their first home game is on May 8th at Michelob Ultra Arena as well. Cheer on the girls, cheer on the ladies. As always, come say what's up at our studio inside the Mandalay Bay Sportsbook. Bang on the glass, say what's up. We want to hear from you, guys. We have a energetic episode today. Fired up. Today we're shooting this shit with one of the funniest and most caffeinated guys on social media. The king of motivating all you bad, beautiful bitches. Kevin Cooney, welcome to the show, my man.
Good morning, you bad, beautiful bitches, you. Good God. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
I love it, dude.
We said you'd have one shot, and you fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
So, first time in Vegas ever.
First time in Vegas. Yes. So, dangerous stuff will surely happen this weekend. We're sure of it.
I mean, you're like in the very beginning of it as well.
Yeah. We just landed late last night, so
We
now
need
it's
we need a full recap video after you get all of the
Oh, yeah.
Vegas
Oh,
in.
we've been filming some, We've been filming nonstop. This is like my own personal D-Rock back here. If
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
a
there you
Gary
go.
Situation, you know?
There you go.
So
We got the hype. We got
A-Rock,
the audience today too, guys.
Yeah.
So
Woo!
yeah,
In the building.
she's here.
Yes.
We're here. We're rocking with it. Has Vegas been on your list of like places to go?
Yes, 100%.
Where do we rank in like the cities you haven't been?
Top 5 for sure. Like, we still haven't been to LA ever. Ever.
Oh, you gotta make the quick drive.
I know. 3 hours?
3 hours,
4
45
hours,
minute
yeah.
flight.
Skipping
Yeah.
a jump. Skipping it. Yeah. Vegas and LA are like the two next. We've done like pretty much everything else. Because East Coast we've hit Boston 1,000 times. Obviously, we live there. New York, Miami. But yeah, Vegas. Vegas is like just such a staple.
It's the
piece.
place.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
What's wild? We're flying in, and what's wild is like it's amazing how you're in this like little fishbowl.
Yeah,
of
the
desert,
valley, yeah.
and then there's just kind of one big strip of action. We drove up, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was
If,
like, this is
if you've never been to
crazy.
Vegas and you drive here, it's even weirder because you literally are in the middle of nothing.
Right.
Nowhere.
And
Right.
you just, you just go over this like weird hill and you see these like these super old casinos and weird old roller
Right.
coasters. You're like, this is bizarre, you
Right.
know? And like there's these couple weird towns and then
Right.
bam, out of nowhere, it's just Vegas.
We were
Vegas.
seeing last night. We went for a walk. We were seeing open containers in Boston
yeah.
is like
Big no-no.
damn near a felony. Pretty sure. Pretty sure you could sell. Pretty sure you could do almost any other crime, and cops would be like, "Meh." Open container. They'd be like, jail.
You're getting
life.
tackled immediately.
Yeah. So we
Got
were
it.
seeing open containers. We're like, oh, we're like, this place is lawless. It's
No,
like, it's
not
like
even
Narnia.
that. Yeah.
We've
It's like-
actually
it's like
outlawed
full-on-
felonies. We don't have felonies
Really?
here. Yeah, we're done.
Murder.
We're
yes.
done.
And it's full like themed drinks for the strip to walk.
Right.
Like the big
We were
yard
seeing
drinks,
that,
the
right.
big fucking footballs, the
Right.
guitars. Yeah, just get
Right.
blacked out. They encourage
That's
it.
I mean,
wild.
imagine trying to say to like a police officer, "Hey, could you do me a favor? Could you regulate drinking on the strip today?" Be like, "Guys, no." I
Are there
quit."
even cops in,
No.
in here? Do they
They're
just,
on bicycles.
okay.
Yeah.
So they're
You have to really, really, really upset somebody
Right.
over the line if you,
arrest me.
especially if you're walking on the strip and you see someone getting arrested. You know they've
That was-
seriously made a
right,
mistake.
right.
They've gone over the line. They've made a bad move.
Like a bath salt situation.
By the way, Drew and I have lived here for a very long time. His whole life, me like 11 years now.
Jeez.
We've seen some people make mistakes. We've seen some people make mistakes here.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Vegas seems very much like if you're coming here to stay, it's like a 2-3 day thing. Otherwise, it'll gobble you up.
It's a lot.
Is that-
It's a lot
yeah.
to take in at once, and
Right.
I recommend spreading it out a little bit.
Right.
I think you guys have some naps planned, right? Or no?
Penciled
no
in
naps.
some naps.
strategy.
Yes.
They have a whole nap strategy.
We have a morning hike planned for tomorrow.
That's
So
That's healthy.
Yeah, that right.
All right,
Okay.
look, one
Balance
thing
out
that
the
people
booze.
Yep,
people know is
exactly.
that it's what you come here for.
Right.
It's
right.
just like every other city, but Vegas especially. If you come here for bachelor party or bachelorette party, you're getting that. You're
Right.
gonna go
Right.
like completely by Sunday. You're like, get me the hell out of this town.
Right.
I'm dying.
Right.
Like I want to cry.
My face is
Please put
melting.
me in my bed. Right. But if you're coming here for like shows or dinner or food
Right.
or outdoor stuff, then it's not as like insane. So whatever your mental state is, you can accomplish it here. And if
Right.
it is to go off the deep end, well, you're going.
Well, you're going. So yikes.
Yeah.
This is just
You're going. I like
sign
it.
me up. All right.
All right, let's go background real quick, guys,
Yes.
so you can get a little bit about Kevin. How obviously your most well-known content is these funny motivational videos.
Yes.
So good.
How did that happen? How did those start?
I always did those videos internally off camera for me since like a little kid. Like
To yourself?
To myself. Wouldn't even say them out loud.
Really?
I played football growing up. I started through when I was 6, played through college. And when I was 6, I was 60 pounds, smallest kid on the team. That's when like Pop Warner used to be by weight. I don't know
Sure.
if is it still by weight out
Yeah,
here?
I think so.
Age and weight, yeah.
They've
Yeah.
really changed it on the East Coast. It's like age only. So it's varied. But like back then, I was the smallest kid on the team. So I would, to get myself pumped up, I would do these like inner monologues. And they varied. Back then it was like high pitched, like mental voice. I was like,
Squeaky, my
"Dear
child
God,
voice.
please help me.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
So those have evolved over time.
Okay.
And then when TikTok came out, I was doing, and I've only had the app 2 years. So it's been, the growth
Right.
has been like
Yeah, that's crazy.
tremendous on
Yeah.
there. But it was, I did 10 videos a day straight every day for a year. And then I would analyze what was working. And what was one of the first viral videos was the morning alarm.
It's the Ryan Pineda.
Yeah.
Like
It's just
It was-
volume.
It literally was. It was like the classic like width versus depth.
Okay.
At that time, it was like I'm not even gonna go deep with.
Don't even
people,
care.
Like,
Just put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Put it out.
And it was like morning alarms, skits, karaoke stuff, like, and at the end of the night. And back then, a year and a half ago, I'd consolidate all that data and I'd be like, you'd post 10 videos and you'd maybe get 11 views across the 10 videos.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there like, great, this is good.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We're going to work a 9 to 5 till I die, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
This is good in theory,
This is
but
good,
right.
right.
It's not turning out like I thought it was.
right. And it really was like I feel like nowadays too, everyone thinks success is instant. Like you sign up for TikTok. We have people now that download the app and then they're like, why don't I have 1 million followers?
Because that's
How
what
do I?
everyone reads about, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, hey, I had some video go viral, and then
The
it went
organic
nuts.
reach is so good on TikTok.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god. And that window unfortunately is closing for sure.
is.
Like that, just like any other, like when early mid 2000s when Instagram was hot, you could get on the explore page
Yeah.
and be on there for a couple of days and get all these followers. But now that window's probably damn near shut. And now
It's impossible now.
right.
Yeah.
And now TikTok, similar deal. It's still great organic reach, which is like such a buzzword now.
I love
it.
Like,
They love
organic
it.
reach.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like 10 videos a day and analyzing what was working, and the morning alarms was the one that was definitely outrunning any of the skits or other entertainment.
So you're like the living proof of Gary Vee saying, you need to be putting out 10 pieces of content
Yes.
a day, every day. And I'm like, Jesus, Gary, 10 pieces. Like,
right.
fuck me.
And at that time, and I still do it now, like
There's like no bad ideas at that point for 10 videos a day.
No.
You're just like, hey, have this an idea. Fuck it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to play rock, paper, scissors with myself. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, I lost,
Yeah. I'm gonna teach myself how to Dougie. You
Yeah.
know, film the whole process.
Yeah.
At that time, and that's tough. That's tough too because I had 0 followers. Like, and now TikTok ranks you with like views and likes and stuff as well, but 0 followers. So it was like to put yourself out there, 10 videos a day, and then come home at night and you're like, nothing's done.
Nobody
You're
saw
like,
this.
Yeah. I was like, perfect.
But by the way, not a lot of people find one cool thing that kind of defines them that they can get to redo.
Right.
That's actually tough.
Right.
And the morning alarm.
Right.
And you being obviously funny and doing it multiple times.
Right.
And like
Right.
finding like ways to say 10,000 words without breathing.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
Just like
Yes.
all of that.
Yep.
I think is like not a lot of people find that, right? They have one thing that goes really well and
Right.
they can't really recreate it.
Right.
You found something that you can do.
100%.
Wait, so how many do you do?
How many morning alarms?
Yeah.
I do one morning alarm every morning.
You do still one every day?
Every day. I do one this morning in our
Is it
hotel.
edited that day and posted that day?
I do it on TikTok and
Okay.
it's posted in the moment.
You edit inside the app?
Yeah.
Wow, you're
So-
a fucking
some.
legend.
It depends.
Okay.
If I'm when you put a comment over a video,
Yeah.
that one's got to be in TikTok. Sometimes I'll use InShot to like edit outside
sure,
the app.
sure.
But yeah, no, they're done. We don't. None of it's. I tell her if there's a day we skip for a morning alarm, it's because I had to do it twice. And if I do it twice, for me, no one would probably notice. But if I know if I'm forcing it, and if it's forced and it's not.
So these are one take.
These
fire
are
it off.
one take. If there's a stutter or a mumble, then we're just not posting that.
Did you
morning
not
alarm.
see earlier, Jeff? One take.
Yeah.
One
All
take
right,
only.
so we are. I'm pre-reserving the day that this comes out. We're pre-reserving the morning alarm.
Yes.
For a residency podcast alarm. That's our day.
We can make up a morning alarm right now on the spot. Ready for this? Good morning, you bad, beautiful bitch. You, when you wake up today and ask yourself, where's my home? Where's my village? Where am I from? Ask yourself, oh, I'm a residency of right here, okay? You're blessing your ears with the residency podcast. Tune in, baby. Good God. Hugs and kisses from me to you. Absolutely love you. Done.
There you go. So there's the one for the day.
We're moving.
Please don't send us an invoice for that. That was really fucking good.
That's, you know what though? That's probably when you have that mentality though, you don't, because especially when you're, all right, especially like selfie videos,
Right,
and even
right.
if you're doing an ad like we all do,
Right.
or anything else, it's like you do it and you're like, "Ah, okay, delete, do it
Right,
again.
right.
Fresh face, right?
Right.
Okay, what's up, guys?
5, 6,
yeah,
7,
right. You know, and like especially the first sentence is always like, "What's going on, man?
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, guys?" Is always like so weird.
100%.
And so when you just know that you're doing it one time,
That's it.
all right, so when's the last time you woke up and you're like, man, I am not feeling motivational at all today?
You know what's funny? I have that. I most mornings I actually feel that way. I'm like, because no one's. I feel like I feel like motivation
Relatable, yeah.
to a point is like somewhat BS. Like there's
Sure.
only so far you can go for motivation. For me, I'll have that 2-minute feel in the morning when I wake up of like, oof, like not really feeling it today, and I drive her nuts with this. For me, it's those videos come out after I've really thought about perspective. Like
Sure.
I listen to a ton of Jocko. He's that Navy SEAL.
Love
He's got
it. Amazing.
So I used to before I lived in Boston, I was commuting 2 hours to and from work every day, from New Hampshire to the city to Boston. And in the morning, I would listen to the most dark podcast of Jocko. He's got Auschwitz survivors on there.
Yeah.
Once you like, he's got guys from World War II, Vietnam. Once you listen to one episode of that, you're like, my truck could explode right now. And if I'm good
Okay,
and everyone's around me is good, my day is not as bad as someone who, survived.
Your
World War II
motivation's
or-
hilarious. When you're younger, your motivation was yourself. And then later,
Right.
it's like super depressing perspective stuff.
Literally. But I think
I hope you get so successful that you get to tell this story to everyone. Like, guys, here's the secret to happiness, okay? Really drive yourself to the bottom so you can just come right back up.
Exactly. That's no joke. My buddies roast me all the time because they're like, "Oh, Kevin's never had a bad day," blah blah blah. But it drives them nuts knowing in the morning, first thing you listen to in the morning is like unbelievably dark historical past. But even on the flight here, I'm watching like Black Hawk Down. We Were Soldiers, back-to-back movies too. But I feel like that's the unlock. Like it's tough to have a bad day knowing that like.
But I feel like if you kind of are having a bad day and you have to do that video, you kind of are like forcing yourself out of that already instead of it dragging on for like, because I know when I wake up and I'm just
Yep.
like annoyed or tired, especially now we just had a baby, like sometimes you're
Right.
just like just dead.
Right.
And if you have to have something to do to like kick you out of that earlier at 7 rather than 10 or
I agree.
10:30 or
100%.
11
Yeah.
or noon,
100%.
and you can just be like, all right, cool, I'm good now.
Right. When I wake up, I record those videos every morning. Our parking garage is 2 blocks down from our apartment. So I'll come back from those, and I open the door like the Kool-Aid man after those. The door smashes through the wall, and I was like, oh,
Wake up!
yeah!
Yeah.
She's like, damn it! She's like, you just did an alarm, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, I did.
It's time to have a good day, babe.
Are you
Yeah.
are you a morning person?
No, I mean, I am a morning person. I like quiet.
Okay.
That's, what does that even mean?
That was the
All right?
greatest answer. I'm a morning
like
person
quiet.
if he shuts the hell up. Yeah.
I like quiet.
Yeah,
That is
100%.
Very
When I'm
accurate.
zenning by myself, I love mornings, but like, ever since he moved in, miserable. Okay, perfect. Copy. That's a quote, by the way. As a
direct
word
quote.
for word
Direct
quote.
quote. End quote.
I feel like we obviously go through social media. We love it. We think it's hilarious.
Thank
Big
you.
fans. The comments though, I feel like a lot of people get a lot of mixed comments.
Yeah.
People really like the motivational speeches that you're doing. In the
Right.
morning. I feel like at the very beginning, obviously, it was a tool just to get your
Right.
personality out there.
Right,
But are
100%.
people now coming back to these, like sending you messages, like how much they appreciate these and they work for them?
Yeah, which is funny because for me, it's still something I do every morning for myself, oddly enough. And I'm a guy who's rhyming like glutes and charcutes or like
love that.
more
Yeah,
plates
that's my
equals
favorite
more
one, yeah.
dates. You know what I mean? Like I'm a.
But that's
like
relatable.
I'm no Tony Robbins by any means.
That's
Like,
relatable.
Yeah, right. It's more relatable. But to see that something as lighthearted and like witty and funny resonates with people. I get a ton of. We live right by Mass General Hospital. I get a ton of like cancer treatment patients that are going through, their chemo. I actually get a ton of D1 athletes that didn't make it big in the league. So now I feel like you have a blueprint in life, like where you think your life is going to go.
Right.
And then you have reality. And then depression is that V. Like how far off is your blueprint? D1 athlete was supposed to go NFL. Now I work a 9 to 5 in tech.
Right.
And I'm, my blueprint's over here, and I'm really over here, like I'm miserable, now.
For what could have been.
I get a ton of those DMs of like,
That's cool.
So, and I always joke around with them like that blueprint's like BS, like it's an etch a sketch, like just shake that blueprint up, start back. Now we are in tech. Now we're the next, Silicon Valley, whatever. Like put all the guns that you put to sports to business. But yeah, to see that like, rhyming fitness with cheese charcuterie boards and stuff is resonate on such a deep level with people is like I get a ton of like divorce. We run like a full divorce court in our DMs. It's like out of control, like throwing a powdered wig.
That's what I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it's like
Be the TikTok Dr. Phil. Let's go.
That's such a good idea.
Let's go.
There it is. You guys can have
That's
that.
the
That is
direction.
such
There
a
it
good
is.
idea.
You have some producers here too.
See, look at that.
Yeah, we got you.
This is, I think,
It's
we're really gonna
happening
team
right
up
now.
Here. This is
It's happening
is a
right
beautiful
now.
marriage. It's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool to see them, resonate on a deeper level with people.
Because I think people, it's really tough to, like, I hope you're a lone island. Most people motivating themselves is non-existent.
Right, 100%.
They
It's very tough.
They do
100%.
not. You cannot look yourself in the mirror
Right.
and hype yourself up. In fact, you're just trying to stay even keel, not go
Right.
backwards.
Right.
Right. So that's a really unique quality.
Right.
And I think people, especially TikTok, is weird. There's, like you said, like a Tony Robbins. There's no I don't need to listen to a 30-minute motivational
Right.
big thing in the morning to get me going every day.
Right.
Too much.
Way too much.
But like a ridiculous 25-second, 30-second
Exactly.
video that can
Right.
all right.
Right.
Splash
Snap
of water
the
on my
fuck out of it.
face.
Let's go.
Get it going. Tie
Right.
my shoes. Get out the damn door.
Exactly.
And do my
Yep.
thing. That's
exactly
cool.
right. That's it.
I noticed how positive some of your comments were on your videos.
Yeah.
Actually, this sucks to say, but surprised.
Isn't it though?
It's shitty to say that. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it's just I was surprised on how many people were like needed this or had
Right.
that on multiple ones of these videos that you do on a daily basis.
Right.
I was like, oh damn, people are really watching this and taking in
Right.
tune,
exactly.
which is kind of sick.
It's nice. I deal with, because if you hear social media and everyone's getting 1,000 bad comments, per video.
I mean, it's engagement, but tough.
It's engagement.
Yeah.
I always say that. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
it's helping the
You know,
algorithm.
all right.
I'm like,
Throw that comment in there, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Get it in.
Yeah.
Comment back.
Yeah.
Throw it in there.
So, but it's I get probably less than 5% of my overall engagement is actually negative. Like it's amazing how the only negative comments I get is people can't see that it is just it's on the back of the bag actually. It's my personality in a bag. Like I'm naturally glass half full, kind of thinker. It's amazing how many of the 5% negative comments I get is cocaine, this guy's doing drugs. There's
Sure,
no
for
way.
sure. Yeah.
No one's actually that,
Yep.
pumped
Yeah.
up for
Someone has a gun to his head right now
Yeah,
saying,
exactly.
be funnier.
Exactly.
Be funnier.
Shit.
It's her behind the camera.
Yeah.
Take 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my ring?
Action,
It's
action,
a diamond
action.
shortage. It's just.
But what I thought was funny is that a lot of the comments weren't this guy's funny, this guy's hilarious. Is more this was awesome. I needed this today, or
Right.
so inspiring, or whatever,
Right.
or do one for wives, or do one for
Yes.
XYZ. And I was like, oh my god, it seems like people are it takes a lot for someone to write that.
Right.
So I thought that
Right.
was really cool. So kudos to you for
Yes.
actually getting people to give a shit about.
Thank
everything.
you. Thank you so much. No,
Which
it
is
means the
great.
world. It literally means the world to us.
There you
Because
go.
it could have went the other way. Because
Yeah.
you're a good-looking dude. If
Thank
someone
you.
goes to you,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Great. hair.
I try to keep up with you guys. You
know what I mean?
To
Only good looking
only good-looking guys only.
I said this on the flight over. Great hair on both of you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that
had a
is.
hat
This
today,
guy's
but
That
it's
is.
flowy.
It's
I've
flowing
seen you
right
without a
now.
hat on your
Yeah,
socials.
yeah.
That
But
is impressive stuff.
Going back to your content, it could be easy for you to go a different route and or someone comes to your TikTok or your Instagram, just automatically like, oh my god, good looking guy,
Right.
very tall, great hair, great facial structure.
Yeah.
It could easily go like fitness douchey content,
Right,
And it's
right,
not that,
right,
And
right.
It's such a breath of fresh air, and you're
Right.
actually very fucking funny and very entertaining, and it's cool to give this huge outlet for all these other people and your followers. You're
Right.
doing a great fucking job.
Thank you so much.
The hype
that
up is over.
That means the world right there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's good
like,
shit.
Dead serious, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Well, I would like to hear that you're getting positive DMs, but what's some of the craziest DMs you're getting so far?
I got, I don't know what's happening in the water recently. I get a lot of like, and these are dark. I get a lot of like suicide DMs.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That like,
We teamed up with the Hero Company for an amazing cause. Wounded veterans are battling PTSD right now, and with all that they have sacrificed, you can now give back to them. When you purchase the Hero Company's Survival Paracord bracelet, you're helping fund the training of service dogs that are given to wounded veterans at no cost to them. Pretty sick. It's a life-changing gift and a tangible way to make an impact. Go support the cause and get 20% off with the code DOGS20 at herocompany.co.
Is that DOGS?
DOGS20.
Let's go.
and for whatever reason, this 25 to 60 second clip, like in that moment, walked them off, whatever that, cliff was that they were teeter-tottering on. I get a ton of, before bed, I always especially on Instagram, I try to reach everyone on DMs. TikTok's a mess.
Yeah.
But Instagram, I try to, if you hit me up on Instagram, I'm going to get to your comment that same day. But yeah, I get a lot of, I get a ton of suicides. We get a ton of like cheating. He cheated, she cheated, divorce situations. And some reason, me saying glutes for charcutes, you bad, beautiful bitch, help them out of that. Like, it's the weirdest.
There you go.
It's perfect.
Because there's no like, there's no secret sauce. Like, there's no like,
We get it.
I'm not going to say anything that's going to unlock your own brain and like put you in a different dimension. Like,
Yeah.
like it's very, but for whatever reason, yeah. I mean, those are probably our craziest DMs is like the darker, like relationship-y, depression-based.
Any like hilarious, funny stories that have stuck out to you? Like, oh my gosh. As I feel like you have a lot of relatable content, so I feel like you
Right now, the only thing that's crazy is we get a lot of ring requests. We get like death threats because I haven't proposed yet. And she is just, she's like a pressure cooker over there, There's a diamond shortage.
Don't worry, we're calling him out on the episode. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, great.
I got you.
That's
There's a question
highlighted.
in there.
I got you. You're on the outline.
Just to know.
The chapel, I hear, is,
Don't do it in Vegas. Don't do it.
no.
No, but that was in the contract of him coming out for the show. So don't worry, I got you. In the next 72 hours, I don't know if a ring falls off a fountain or up through like a dolphin.
It is so hot in here, isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, it is just, my God, this is,
Lights are rough.
yeah, right?
We did see, this was hilarious. You're Irish.
Very.
You got to MC a St. Patty's Day parade
Yes.
in Boston. I hope you have a great career, but have you kind of reached the Irish pinnacle at this point? Is there anything more?
That, my like one-off joke from her that morning was, I was like, are you from Ireland, perchance? Because my penis be Dublin.
Yeah.
Okay? 'Cause
Like,
that's
you made it.
That was like, I didn't know I was going to be on a float till that day. I thought I was
Okay.
going to walk it. This guy that we launched this new fitness series called Knockout. We're like working with all these Boston fitness influencers. He was just in one episode of Knockout. And after that episode, he was like, hey, he has like a fitness studio that's mobile. He's like, I'm going to be in a parade. Like, you should be in it. And I was like, yeah, I'll like tag along. And then that day, he throws me a mic and he's like, you're actually on the back of the thing. We have a DJ here from Kiss 108. He's like, just do your thing the whole time. And I'm like,
Do your thing. Here's a mic.
but perfect. I was like, done
That's
deal.
the most Irish St. Patty's
Oh my
Day,
God.
Boston win. Like, you're
That
good.
was
Like,
it was so funny too because every rotation of that truck's wheel, you're in front of a new crowd, and I was hitting them with the same. I was like, "Good morning, you bad, beautiful," and they're all like, "Yeah."
are you like, you got to have like a local hero Irish Boston like following at home?
It's
that's
the
like,
Boston following's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good like fighting Irish crowd.
because you're like a part of the community.
Right now,
You know?
I met the mayor of Southie, which is like not even a real title. It's like
the
a
I was
fake
gonna say
thing.
who was the mayor of Southie.
Yeah, it's not even a real. She had a sash that says mayor of Southie.
You can't just create a business card that says mayor of Southie.
No,
you know what
and
I'm
it's not
saying?
even a real
thing.
position. Like
Yeah.
there's the mayor of Boston.
Yes, right.
That's like
You
yeah.
can't be a mayor of a neighborhood.
Who knows? Who knows? The anointed mayor of Southie might wield a lot of power in there. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
could Sounds like some free Bud Lights are coming
Yes.
away at some point, you know.
Shotguns
So,
Unlimited.
yeah, I think that's probably gonna happen.
That's
so,
sick.
That was awesome.
I'm wondering, what do you think? What are the odds? There's a hidden Irish tattoo. Do you think? What do you got? Are we yes or no?
No, I think too clean cut.
None?
No.
Are you saying yes?
I think there's one somewhere.
You know what? My counterpart is actually the one tatted up. I have no tattoos.
Okay.
Fucking
Do you
knew
have
it.
an
Yep.
Italian tattoo?
Do I?
No.
No. As if I have so many. I don't, but me and my sister want to get sisters an Italian tattoo.
And it's coming.
It's coming. No, it's coming.
And the thought was there, so I'm 30% right.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, salami, prosciutto,
Salami,
right on the
prosciutto.
forearm.
Just a
Yeah.
gabagool tat.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, so no
Perfect.
Irish flag on your lower back or anything we need to know about?
Nothing wild.
All right.
Nope. No like fighting Irish guy.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Well, the classic.
Yep.
Classic.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
nothing of that.
All right, well, FYI, a 4-leaf clover tat in Vegas might be great content.
Probably would be
Do
good
it-
content,
Do it for
actually.
the views.
They're small somewhere.
There's a
small.
tattoo place in here, isn't there?
There's tattoo
we
place
can find you
everywhere,
one.
pal.
So
It's no
this
problem.
is getting more real by the second.
No
This
problem.
is horrifying.
That left butt cheek is going to have 4-leaf clover on it on the way home, for sure. Look, guys, you want views, you got to earn it.
You gotta anything,
earn it.
Anything for the content.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Done.
Have you thought about doing reality TV?
I would love to. I would. That was, I know we were talking about this off air. Like part of that, like Boston's content factory. My idea for that behind the scenes is to actually pitch that to a network and have an actual. So imagine if you're running a front end coffee shop that's a legitimate business, legitimate brick and mortar business, but that is just kind of the front end of that actual content factory. The back, it's Boston's version of a fantasy factory in essence.
Yeah.
We're shooting legitimate ads all day, which the Fantasy Factory, now watching as an adult, someone who's like frequently is doing brand deals together. Every episode is just a different episode pitching a brand deal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
No, but what they did was genius before
Genius.
anyone knew it was
Right.
genius, right?
so I'm like, whoa! I was like, we're in a 800 square foot, one bedroom, one bath in the heart of Boston, trying to film Trojan ads and like all this other stuff. I'm like, we need a space, like a hub. So it'd almost be the behind the scenes of like what goes into being a quote unquote influencer, which I almost like hate that word 'cause it's so like it's
Sure,
just like
sure,
the
for sure.
organic growth. Everyone's
We
like,
could say
buzzwords.
creator sounds so
Content
much
creator
nicer.
or
Content-
influencer?
yeah, oh,
Creator sounds so much better.
creator's good.
Yeah.
It does.
sure.
It does. I feel like it's getting overused now too. It's like, oh, I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
It's like
they're
saying you're an
all-
artist almost at
Yeah.
this way. It's going to get to a point where
All of
I'm a
them.
DJ.
Entrepreneur too is another like.
Oh, that's.
Oof.
We talked to Jason Tartik about the word
Yep.
entrepreneur, and it's. I still feel like it's not overly used, but people still look down upon that
Yes.
term.
by the way, so is podcaster. No one knows if
yeah.
you have a good one. Because you can start a podcast today.
That's a good point.
You can just be like, hey, podcast out.
That's a good point.
You know?
it's tough to prove too when you say, like we were talking about on the ride
You
in.
have to
like,
walk with a resume next to your head. Or like,
Right.
you're like accomplishments.
A rap sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys see this out here in Boston. We run into people all the time who are faking, creating ads for companies.
What do you mean?
We have this. There's one in particular, and I'll leave the names out of it because it would probably get red hot. Holding a Celsius in a video, and the caption is like love my Celsius, blah blah blah, hashtag ad. But then she's got 4 other. I just dropped she. Limited the audience to 50%.
Yeah.
We're down.
Now we're whittling.
Now we're whittling.
Two detectives
We'll
back here.
find her, I promise.
And
Dun,
was that
dun,
blonde
dun.
or brunette hair?
Yeah.
But they'll hashtag 4 different companies in the ads. That's a dead giveaway. That like when you actually do a brand deal, it's X amount of hashtags and they're for that.
Yeah.
It'd be like coming on the pod and being like
And name James dropping another
hashtag-
casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's so we get a lot of like you hear the term like wantrepreneurs. Like
Okay.
it's tough to prove who's really in the game of content creating or even like podcasting or entrepreneurship. I look at it almost like with football. We can all go to the stadium and watch the game. It's tough to get out of the stands and go across that field and be on the field.
Yeah.
So sports, you can see it within an instant. You would know, and if we hit a field, who obviously didn't get drafted anywhere, so
All three of
not
us.
that
Got
good.
me.
Yeah,
me.
but it's tough in business. Like you can hide behind, you can almost fake anything from a number standpoint. So it's tough to prove, like in entrepreneurship, who's actually
Making a difference and
right,
stuff. Yeah.
right, who's like really gaining headway or just even being like a positive space.
Is there
Why
like
do
a-
you think they're doing the fake ads?
Probably to
make it-
lure other brands thinking that they can get a real ad.
Yeah,
So if someone sees you with Celsius fake ad, they might be like, oh, okay, cool. Celsius is doing it.
Yeah.
We should probably use these guys.
I think
for
it's a lot
real
of
ad.
ego too, and that I think is like
They're
Oh,
justifying
just
why
to
they're.
show other creators that, hey, I'm getting this brand deal.
right, exactly. Look at me.
I said that in my girl voice. It
Yeah,
could've
that
been
was
a dude.
good.
Could've
That
been a
was
dude. Could've been a
pretty
dude.
good there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting brand deals.
Yeah, there you
That-
go.
well,
Okay.
Boston's so small. Boston. If this was LA, there's a influencer every probably
On every fucking corner.
Yeah, right.
Is there a big Boston creator
There's
like
no
economy?
joke, probably 5 to 7 content creators in Boston.
Oh, so our search is narrowed down
So-
enormously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Joel out of 7.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna find her. We will find her.
Yeah. So it's
By the way, your fantasy factor is going to be booming. Like, what if you guys go on vacation? There's going to be no one there.
it's gonna be the fantasy factor is more like selfishly for us to pump out content.
Sure.
than
Yeah.
if others want
As it should be.
Right.
By the way, people always need other people around you because non-content creators watching people create content is like the most awkward thing in the fucking world.
It'd be like almost like a safe space to
Yeah,
like come
like-
in and film your content.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, you need that.
That's what that what that hub would
All right, so
be.
if you could go on reality TV now on an existing show, where would you want to be?
Oof. Whoa. The Bachelor.
We got a Bachelor fan in that.
That was from the
That's-
crowd. That was from the crowd.
that
guys.
was from the crowd.
That was quick.
Which
That
would-
seems like a trick question.
That seems like a trap.
Yeah,
Oof, I used to be a big Jersey Shore fan.
Okay.
That was still going
Sure,
out.
sure.
Love that one. What's the one with Loverboy from I do like that. What's it called?
Love Island.
Not Love Island. It's a Vacation House. Or Summer
Perfect.
House.
Summer
Summer
House.
House. Summer
Yeah,
House. Summer
there it
House
is.
is good too.
I've seen a couple episodes of those. I'm like, okay. Summer House. Survivor would be cool.
Survivor's good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Summer House is just go sit in a house in the Hamptons and get drunk.
Just get hammered.
Survivor, you got to really
that
work.
one, right? Hunting down your own meat at night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably go Summer House.
And
You
then,
know?
yeah, no, just champagne bonging frozen.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
right.
good.
I think
Would you
that'd
guys
be
do
the-
Amazing Race together? Could you guys pull off
Ooh.
Amazing Race together or something like that?
We could actually do that. We would put our. Yeah, it's a good call. She's very analytical, and
Okay.
I'm very like, yeah, let's jump head first. Not
Yeah,
think
we're
about
fine.
anything.
We're good.
Yeah.
What do I need this map for? Let's
Yeah,
go.
Exactly. It's like we'll
How
figure
hard
it
could
out.
this country be?
Surely we'll see it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Amazing Race. That'd be a good one.
Hey guys, Amazing Race producers, you're welcome.
Lock that in. Lock that in.
Yeah, because my wife and I could never do Amazing Race together.
Really?
I just don't think it would ever work out.
To
But it just like when under like a really stressful situation, I feel like we would just be
Same.
like,
Yeah, Carolyn and I, there's no
Yeah.
way.
Amazing Race
yeah.
with kids could be cool though. Imagine that.
no.
How old? How old kids?
Oof. Maybe any ages. Imagine maybe Amazing Race with a
No.
baby.
No. I just tried to go out to dinner the other
Talk
night with
about
the
the
baby, and it was just that felt like the Amazing Race.
Yeah, I don't
Getting
recommend
there,
it.
going through dinner, getting home, Amazing Race.
Right.
That is Amazing Race. That was 2.5
the
hours.
new season sounds crazy. That is gonna be nuts.
We arrived, appetizer, main course, check, left, drive, intense.
That is awesome. I like
Episode
that.
2 coming
Yeah,
next week.
Tune in.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't recommend any of that, Rich.
That
but
should be.
I think Amazing Race would be dope. I think you
I
guys-
agree.
a
Amazing Race
co-one
would be
would be
crush.
sick.
Yep. I agree. I like
so
it a lot.
who's on your list to collab with?
We just did a little while ago. We did Ryan Serhant, which was like for $1 Million Listing
Oh,
from
perfect.
Bravo.
Yeah.
That was our first like introduction of being like, oh wow, we have some like leverage in the game of content.
Get some good people.
I mean, he was in Boston to do a speech, and he had about an hour and a half. And he's like, "Hey, I see your videos are in Boston. Like, do you live in Boston?" He's over our apartment, just sitting on our couch. We have $1 Million Listing on the TV when he
Come
walks
the fuck
in.
on. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Is that nuts?
Let's
he comes
go.
in. I'm like, oh god! I'm like, we weren't watching your show previously. If that's what you
Sorry,
think,
Ryan. It's only 800 square
Where's the
feet.
power
I'm
button?
sorry.
Where's the power
exactly.
button?
He's like, why is there tissues and lubricant on you?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, nothing, Ryan. God.
Feels so
Jerking off
bad.
to your face, Ryan.
Damn, again.
He's like 6'5", too, dude. Isn't
He's
he like a
huge.
big dude?
Massive human.
Yeah, jeez.
Massive human.
Those suits he wears, I'm like, dude, where the fuck does he get those made?
Expensive stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
of fabric.
That's
Don't
$1
touch
billion in real estate. You can get whatever you need.
He was cool. I would love. I listen to a ton of ton of Gary Vee, obviously.
Love Gary Vee.
I bumped into him at a Milwaukee airport, like
Shut the
literally
fuck up.
in passing, and just he's got a little mic.
Is
Yeah,
that considered
yeah.
a collab?
Not a collab.
Yes.
No. This is just like a quick pivotal moment.
Is that considered a collab?
That was when I was 2 years out of college at the time, and I was doing I call it like trash to cash. Like if you search free on Facebook Marketplace, you can pick up free things and then flip them. So I paid 60 grand off of student loans in 2 years, all from flipping furniture.
Shut up.
So I met him and the idea stirred from him because he does like the mugs.
Yeah.
Goes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
garage
yeah.
sales and flips mugs. And I just bump into him in passing, literally in the like in a food court terminal in the Milwaukee airport, which is a very small airport. And I just grab the selfie, which is on my Instagram. And then I was like, you changed my life. I was like, 60K in student loan debt, 2 years off from the flip life. And so that was just like a cool, like, pivotal moment.
Full circle.
Right, full circle moment, right.
Was he just by himself?
He was, that was when he acquired Pure Wow, which
Okay.
is that woman's only
Yep.
magazine. That was when that acquisition was actually happening. So he was with Ryan Wood. He was the then CEO of Pure Wow. So that was when that. So he was with Ryan and D-Rock at the
But
time.
just grabbed him. Hey, man, I need to do this right now.
Right, yeah,
Good.
just like, and he was actually chatting with Ryan at the time. So I brushed by, saw them talking. I was like, I think that's who.
I'm
think it
circling
is.
back right
And
now.
then as soon as he left, I made sure to purposely just walk up.
Just
and-
accidentally walking in
Yeah.
circles. This guy looks
I was
really
like,
familiar.
weird. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's.
He has a bright yellow shirt on, really
Are
noticeable.
you wearing a wire? I was like, what is that? Is that for a guy named D-Rock? Hypothetically, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
No, I haven't seen you 7 or 8 times in the past 90 seconds.
That
It's
would
fine.
be. Yeah.
That's totally fine. All right, who else on the list? So you got Gary Vee.
Rob Dyrdek, obviously. Listen to a ton
Legend.
of Rob Dyrdek
Rob's
content. I don't know. There's we actually went down to Miami because he's one of my like all-time favorite humans on earth. Mega Lil Wayne fan.
Okay, same.
You see?
This list is awesome.
We
by the
went
way.
to his house in Miami.
Lil Wayne's house?
Yes.
Okay.
And went outside the gates there, only to find out he moved. So my stalker ass went later that
Hold on.
night.
So you didn't go to his house. You went in front. You went to
We
the
went
front
in
of his
front
house.
of it. Yes.
Okay, got it.
yes.
Okay.
We
Just
should
to clarify
clarify
the story.
We should clarify. God forbid Wayne sees this.
Also,
like,
not counted as a collab.
not count as a collab. If you're trying to put this out in the universe, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
get
I
this.
like it.
I said, we put out a TikTok, and I said, lifetime supply, dangerously caffeinated. Whoever can connect me with Wayne. Done.
Wheezy.
Wheezy F baby.
He's the opposite of,
and the
of
emphasis for
caffeinated.
where the fuck's the coffee? Okay.
Where the fuck is the caffeine?
So you went to his house, not his house, and then what?
No, went to his house, found out he moved. Where the hotel we were staying at, which is in kind of North Miami Beach, it was a 7-minute walk from our hotel. So and then she's not up for it. She's got like the who knows what they put on at night. The teeth whiteners in, the curlers laying in bed, and I'm like, it's a 7-minute walk. I'm out of here. I was like, I'll be back, and walked to his house. Which is a gated community, so I was like, I had my hoodie wrapped around my waist. I was pretending I was on like a jazzercise walk.
just
at night.
jogging. Light
I was
jog.
like, yeah, on the phone, fake. I was like, I say we merge. We should merge, Daniel. We should merge the companies. Trying to get past like,
Yeah,
security
I got
at the
money.
gate.
I live
Do you,
here.
ever, do you ever see that quote? It's like, if you see someone running in running gear, they're fine. But if you see someone running in regular clothes, you immediately know something's wrong.
Yeah,
So if there's ever a
100%.
problem, just make sure you're always wearing running gear. You're
Yeah.
just cruising.
You're
just-
done.
You're quick on run.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, on run. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're running in like boots, like that guy did something wrong
That's
for sure.
Right, he's escaping something.
Yeah.
But no, went literally right to the gate of his house, and his gate is no joke, 4 feet high in his driveway of his new spot, and all his cars are there, and I'm freaking out because I followed him since like damn near birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got this big black on black Escalade that's sitting there with its headlights on in front of the driveway, like right as you like right where his mailbox would be, which I assume is like security. So I'm just sitting there like pretending to stretch. No, still acquiring about a fake acquisition. I was like, I say we merge, Nathan. Okay. No, yeah, we should
15,
merge.
not
Yeah.
10, 15.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm envisioning this right now of Kevin with the stereo above his head, throwing coffee beans
How to
at
love.
Lil Wayne's window. Wayne.
How to love.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I didn't see him, but boy, would that be a future collab.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, those are Gary Vee, Rob Dyrdek, Lil Wayne.
Got it.
Lock down the list.
All right,
gotta happen.
If
It's
we,
gotta
if
happen,
we have
right?
one of those guys in the pod, we're going to make sure
That
that
would
we're
elegant
gonna-
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna play
I'm
you
in.
We
Count me
have
in.
we have Gary's brother AJ coming on in a
Oh,
few.
let's go.
AJ's
Yep.
coming on in
Nice.
in a
3
couple weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that'll be great. Big.
God, I
I'm
love
gonna
that.
just. Is your brother here by chance?
Yeah.
Per chance.
Is your brother
Gary-
chance anywhere?
Where you at, Gary?
walking around here?
All right. So since we want you to have like the triple B dating advice show,
Yes.
on TikTok, we're going to move this
episode
forward.
1 of Dating Advice.
This is episode 1.
Yes.
On the Residency Podcast. If this ever becomes a massive hit show, this is where it started.
Done.
Producer credits for
And
life.
she gave
Done.
us permission to
Yeah.
launch these questions.
Yeah.
Producer.
know all about his.
Producer.
For those
producer credits.
listening and not seeing this, my girlfriend roughly 7.5 feet away from my forehead.
Yes.
So,
So-
just staring me down.
So you guys know
Looking around to throw.
every answer is as authentic as humanly possible.
Yes. Keep me accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna give her like a little alarm if there's a lie. She's just gonna like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies.
All right. Top 3 things guys would be surprised by when their girlfriends move in with them.
Oof. You're gonna find their hair everywhere.
Facts.
There's
Facts.
hair in my damn near my butt cheeks, which is
Yes.
how it gets there. You
Everywhere.
know? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Here, there, everywhere. Hair. Especially if they're Italian. My girlfriend, Little Italy, there's so much freaking hair. Oh my God. The hair.
My wife's Mexican. Hair everywhere.
Yeah, it's like we didn't even buy curtains. We were like, oh, we'll just hang the hair from there. It's like, done. We have a poor little Roomba vacuum.
Just your own extensions.
Yeah.
Just, there you go.
We have a Roomba vacuum that goes around the apartment. It's like, please help me. Yeah,
I'm dying.
the hair is out of control. For guys, you're gonna avoid less fights if you just let her do the decorating. Just when she moved in with me, so I lived in Boston a year by myself. She was living dangerously close. She was like across the street at the time.
Okay.
And yeah, so I had a black leather sectional. Above the sectional is a whitey bulger painting.
Yeah, manly.
Like,
Straight
oh
Boston.
man,
A whitey bulger painting.
Yeah, dumbbell in the corner, like a milk crate as like the
Yeah.
the
Protein
table.
shaker on the
yeah,
counter.
Yeah, it was bad. It was not a good. So she came in and she was like, "Yeah, all this has to go."
Yeah.
Like, so that would be the hair, let her decorate, and then for us, I think the biggest one is like, and this isn't even a dirty stuff, but like bedroom etiquette. Like
Okay.
like
Do
you know,
explain.
Like there's gonna be nights where
Who needed better etiquette? You or her?
I think I could use some work. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I think when just living together, not even talking from like a sexual standpoint, just like respecting, like, hey, when do they normally go to bed? When do they normally wake up? Like, especially for us, we're in a 1-bedroom apartment. Thing I didn't realize when a girl moves in, she's always gonna be there.
Yeah, she's always there.
She's always there.
I got breakfast the next morning after she moved in. I was like scared. I was like, I called my mom. I was like, someone's in my kitchen.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone's in my kitchen, Jan. She's like, that's Ashley. And she was like, oh, right.
She moved in.
Good.
Yesterday.
It was like,
yeah.
You also feel like always. I remember moving back in with my wife originally. You feel obligated to kind of be on, and especially in the very beginning,
100%.
and not just be like, hey, I'm just not saying a fucking thing to you right now. I'll be
Right.
over here. You over there. 1-bedroom apartment's tough though.
1-bedroom, there's nowhere to hide.
There's nowhere to
when
go.
she
I don't
first-
have a separate room.
yeah, exactly. One of the first nights she moved in, this is like early in the relationship, like before you even really talk about like laying some flatulence down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, and I've got a stomach ache like a mother because I've been harboring flatulence for an hour now. We're watching Black Hawk Down, major gun scene coming up. I'm like, there's my
course.
chance. Yeah, favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
I was like, here's my chance. I get up to go to the bathroom. She's so caring and loving. She's like, oh, I'll just pause it. You
No,
go do
please
your
don't,
thing.
babe.
I'll pause it. She paused it. Oh man. I'm in the bathroom gripping the side of the toilets. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, God. I was like,
The faucet's going on
faucets
and
on,
off.
showers on. I'm like, let's go take a quick body shower.
Yeah.
Be right back. I'm practicing beatboxing too.
Yeah. Babe, this is your third body shower of the movie. What is
Yeah.
wrong with you? I didn't know you
was-
had this issue.
We had to forcefully cross paths there. I was just laying out heat.
I was telling Drew earlier because we were like talking about this show to my wife last night, and I was like, "Oh man, we're probably going to call you out a few times." And it just so happened last night. One, I didn't realize how much random beauty stuff girls do. Like, the routines are outrageous. The routines are just outrageous.
There's too much
skin,
outlandish.
hair, just everything is nuts.
Right.
And I walked in on my wife last night, perming her eyelashes.
Whoa. I'm not even sure what that means.
I didn't know
asked,
either.
I was like, what are you talking
But
about?
it was
Whoa.
intense. There was like just all sorts of stuff, and I opened the door, and her immediate response was, "Shit, this is gonna be
Busted.
a podcast tomorrow." what's her?
That's a perming her eyelashes.
That
Perming her
is-
eyelashes.
Whoa.
And she was like so proud of what she was doing. She comes and like hits me like with the one eye, like, "Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the difference?"
This one's curled more, babe.
Yeah, do you see it?
That is.
And it was hilarious because and by the way, I've lived with my wife now for many
Yes.
years,
Yep.
and we still eyelash perm walk-in that's happened. So there's always, by the way, it's
I have
endless.
a 36-in-1 bottle of shampoo. It's like shampoo, conditioner. I believe it'll change your car's oil. You know,
the classic.
multi-purpose. Yeah, it
One
can be used as
bottle?
some sort of lubricant. Yeah, one bottle. You know?
Yeah.
She's got like I think they're like secretly spawning at night. I walk in and there's like more bottles. She's like, well, that one's only for my left hand, and this can only be used below the equator. And I'm like, Yeah, I have a 36-in-1. you know? Does everything.
Wait till like you guys are both in your 30s. So there's only more products that come.
God,
There's only more products that come.
Yikes. Yeah.
We're out here just trying to look 25. You
That's
know?
you guys
Yeah,
look
it's
great.
crazy. And
Yeah.
it's Kayla and I have been together almost 8 years, and I've still never really truly farted in front of her. Like a
What?
full on, like manly, just like on purpose.
Oh.
rip. I have like on accident, maybe in my
Whoa.
sleep, I'm sure. But like full on,
Yeah.
I just don't have it. She's just so petite and
Oh.
cute. And it's like I'd hate to just like
I
offend
would.
her and just blow her away.
I'll put one on your neck from here.
Yeah.
You know, camera's on too. Yeah.
Yeah. Melissa, my wife, is not that lucky either. Like, unfortunately,
See,
she's just.
yeah. It's a bridge you got to cross.
Yeah.
you
And
know?
I have my own little room in the house downstairs away from everyone that we designate the
Ooh.
poop room.
The-
Like that's my little space.
the
you
fart
know?
chambers.
Yeah,
It's good.
The space, the poop room.
good.
There it is. That's where the poop gets handled.
That.
Boom.
I don't purposely do it, but I also do not purposely
Hold it
not
in.
do it.
See,
Right.
I
Does
that make
purposely not
sense?
do it.
Right.
I
right.
just
That is-
live life one fart at a time, right?
Right.
If you're here, if
If
you're
it's
around,
coming, it's going.
if you're
It's
around,
right.
you're here. If you're not around, you're not.
You're not around. Yeah. Maybe
I'm sorry.
not be around all the time. I don't know.
Maybe this is not my problem.
Maybe this is a youth
You know,
thing.
maybe
Actually,
this is a
now
youth
that I'm
thing.
thinking out loud.
Yeah.
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 It could be.
My 4-leaf clover, tattooed
Yeah.
butt over here. Got to do what he needs.
Exactly.
And by the way, it's funny, after you're in a relationship long enough. So how long have you guys been together?
2 years.
Okay, so
still very early. Very so early, right? Like people are.
I've almost been married. I've been married for 4.5 years.
Oh,
We've
okay.
been together for.
How long did you guys date until you got married?
We dated until we got married, engaged.
Yes.
This is gonna get sensitive
This-
real
this-
quick for you
this
guys,
is a
huh?
trap
Yeah.
question.
This is a
too.
trap because once
this
he
is a trap.
answers, I'm gonna laser look at
Yeah.
you and be like, "See, they waited
Yeah,
some time."
I have two answers here. 2 years and 1 day. No, we were together before we got engaged for about 3.5, 4 years.
3.5, 4 years.
We got engaged. We got engaged.
She's gonna come down from the rafters. And
We got
just-
engaged at like 28.
28.
this year.
Well,
That was
you're-
on
But for
that's-
perspective, I'm 34. We've
Right.
been together 8 years. We're still not engaged.
Oh,
And we
8
have a
years.
kid. And we have a kid.
And they have a kid.
And I bought her a house.
She's
gave her a
really
baby.
gonna-
She won on that one.
Yeah.
She turned it back around.
She
on you.
did.
Damn,
She's
she said,
very.
give me a baby.
Yeah, give me a baby
yeah,
then.
she's pushing babies and rings ASAP.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
All summer 22.
By the
That's a
way,
busy summer.
This is another funny wife story. In the very beginning, we started dating before we were engaged. Her whole thing was, every time we have a holiday, like, what do you want? Her answer was always puppies and diamonds.
Yep.
And it's funny because when you ask like your significant other like what you want, and like, but then it happens, and then you give her puppies, and then you give her diamonds,
Right.
And then it's like, okay, well, now that that's off the list, now I
Now
have a new
it's-
list, right? The new like this one to the right.
Now it's like the southern tip of Africa.
yeah,
I would
now
like
the
to
new
own
list
it.
happens,
Can't
right?
do it, babe.
Yeah.
just-
Can't do it.
It's hilarious.
That is, yeah, she's pushing.
All right, how long do you live with a girl until there's just no more boundaries?
Ooh, for us, it's probably, I think it's a month on your best behavior. I think that's good. I think that's true for any relationship. Like
Okay. So
month,
true,
best
yeah.
behavior. And then I would say by 3 months, you guys should have a good understanding of like where we're at, who we really are.
Yeah.
Like, once we unzip. I always say like you can fake anything for a certain amount of time, but it's like you're not going to do this for life, I mean, you might hold it in gas. We don't know. Have a fart chamber.
Yeah.
You could. You could. I don't know.
I can't believe people actually get engaged or married before they live with each other.
Right.
Because how much more did you find out about each other after
Oh
you moved
man,
in?
a lot. Back to the hair thing. Like so much hair.
It's just so much hair.
But
There's
there's a
hair
really
everywhere.
there's a really big difference between liking someone when you're like trying to see each other,
Right.
versus liking someone when you see each other all the time. Good
Right.
moods, bad moods,
Right.
tired,
100%.
sick,
First thing in the morning,
miserable,
sick,
Yes.
gross.
yeah,
Yes.
your total worst version of yourself,
Right.
the best version of yourself.
I think for us, that's how we knew. She's gonna get all lovey-dovey. I think that's how we knew we were each other's one. Was once we moved in, we went a month or two, and we're like, oh, like this is actually like amazing. Like this is like blissful.
It works.
So yeah, so I think that's when we took the relationship from A to B.
And now,
in
if you
that
guys,
one
if you guys
hop.
make it through a Vegas trip together, it's just another tick off the box.
Another notch on the belt.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So, what's the biggest red flag that guys have when going into a relationship? You think
Ooh, red flag that a guy has. Ooh. I think that would be probably still entertaining anyone else, whether that's through DMs. Like I think and this is like, I think you get a lot of single dudes that are that they say they want to get in a committed relationship, but saying and then actually like physically being and doing is one totally separate thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so and for some guys, it's just a maturity thing. Some, you know, who knows, went to an all boys high school, something
sure.
weird. You know, they're just looking to still be out there. Yeah, I think that's the biggest red flag. Like, you know, I have a twin sister, so growing up, I got to see the side effects of like when a guy strings a girl on, you know, with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas
your sister,
when your sister comes home and some guy was
she
an
gets all
asshole or
dolled
whatever.
up, he doesn't even show up, you know, and
Yeah.
it's so like I think that for me from early on, you know, in our teens, really was like, oh wow, there's like consequences when you play with someone's, you know, emotions and hearts like that, you know,
And a twin.
and
So
a
it's
twin.
like,
So it was
Double cross
We
the
were ready
line.
to drop elbows
yeah,
out there.
that's
you know?
like that's
Yeah.
real offense.
Right. And and that happened like oddly enough quite a bit. She would get not to rag on
Damn,
Colleen.
they plugged the sister
Sorry.
real quick.
She would get all dolled up and then boom, no show.
I don't want to say I learned one lesson. I
Week
learned the
after
lesson
week
a lot.
after week.
Yeah.
I was like, you're making the Coonies look bad, Colleen. I was like, good God.
Right?
Hey, try parting the hair here. I don't know. You
I
know?
was starting to get mad at the guys, but like, what are you doing out there?
Now I'm
What's going on?
questioning
Yeah.
you.
What the fuck
Okay.
is going on?
This is,
You know?
you can only feel bad for so long.
There's 12 months out of the year. I'm doing this weekly.
Right. This is out of control.
What's happening? That's rough.
She's going to love that.
So I have a daughter, and I'm wondering now, like, what the hell life is going to be like as a dad.
Right.
Like, how
Because
offensive.
we know guys. For
Yeah,
the most
they're
part,
the
are scumbags.
worst.
Right.
They're the worst.
I went through my
Worst.
scumbag phase.
Right.
Everyone did.
Yeah, we all had them.
And now it's just going to be easier for guys, especially if you know they're good-looking dudes on social media. It's like,
100%.
And I
slide in a chick's DM. It's
Right.
just like, boom. There
And
it is.
I remember
Right.
being imposed wisdom by someone who was swearing that it was the right thing, and I was like, bro, like, stop. You don't know what you're talking about. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh my God, I know that I'm going to try to impose wisdom, and they're going to look at me saying,
Right.
Shut the fuck up,
You
Dad.
shut up.
Right.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Especially kids born now. Imagine the birth date of 2020 you were born or 2022 for these new babies. They're going to hear, like, for me, it's 1995, you know?
By the way, you're in the
Yeah,
90s.
dude,
you're
yeah,
already.
yeah.
No, I know you
We're
guys
in
are
the
even
80s.
older.
Dude. We're in the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah, like, imagine
That
a
was
kid
like a
born-
backhanded. I took kind of offense to that. That was like I rubbed it in our face a little bit.
They're gonna hear
He's trying to like justify that
1995.
he's older, but also at the same time making us feel older. That was a real jab. That was a real jab.
That was
Guys, luckily he's sitting across him.
Unintentional jab.
That was a real jab.
That you guys look mid-20s.
Yeah, thank
we
you.
look
love
the
that.
same
There we
age,
go. There
you
it
know?
is.
It's
There
the
it is.
skincare
So I
routine.
honestly,
we moved on from the one bottle. Now
36
okay,
one?
you have
Yeah.
not anymore.
No.
Good to know. Good to know.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, so opposite. What's the biggest red flag that girls have when going into a relationship?
Oof. Still contacting their ex.
The same.
The
Entertaining
ex,
guys.
though.
Right. But I think it's almost narrowed down to the ex.
The ex.
Like,
So guys, it's still entertaining what's possible, and girls, it's
right.
entertaining what's
what
what's happened.
what could have been.
Okay.
You know.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
So this
there
is
a
actually
backstory?
coming from a real
Okay.
life perspective. She was great. Didn't text her ex at all. But once a year would throw out a happy birthday
Oh,
text.
see, can't do that. I think you're just too nice.
So it did stop. I understand.
And at the-
why that would bother him.
And the thing that's cool about us is we're like unbelievably open. Like my DMs, wide open to her. We'll show DMs back and forth, like
Right.
funny, like someone slid in with this one liner. Like we're so incredibly open. And yeah, from the jump we were like that too. We were like, hey, oh yeah, we go this is crazy. We go out to dinner. Below our apartment is this restaurant, Bodega.
I love that. You don't get that in Vegas.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
Just
literally.
the word bodega just sounds
know.
way more like
Way cooler.
instead of like convenience store, bodega just sounds so
Bodega.
like city, like East Coast city type.
Very much so. We literally go down right into the restaurant. Our waiter comes up. We look up. It's her ex-boyfriend.
Shut the fuck up. Like
Dumps-
the same one you text happy
Dumps
birthday?
a pitcher of water on me by accident. Like,
really?
Yeah, comes over to the table, gives us our
You said it by
menus.
accident. They're way too.
Ooh,
like,
he was very. It was just a nervous thing. Like, came up, saw her, was like, "Oh."
It was a nervous
I'm
thing.
gonna
It just
be
was
your
over
waiter.
my head, and somehow it got
Yeah,
emptied.
Yeah, he punched me right in the face on
Yeah.
accident, though. Such a nice guy, you know.
Slipped.
He is great. Let me tell
Bodegas
you.
are tight and small. You know?
Yeah,
You didn't know.
bodega, you know. Yeah,
Didn't have a lot
dumped
of
a
room.
pitcher of water, like came over, menus, but you know, bumped into the water, water's everywhere.
It's actually
So
funny.
he obviously didn't know you guys lived upstairs, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, like how he just it's funny. We go there all the time too. It's like it's literally damn near in our.
What type of
building.
food?
Mexican.
Oh, I love
Yep.
Mexican.
Oh
food.
yeah.
Okay.
Just a real
So-
classic Mexican bodega.
And it's great because we live right upstairs, so
Damn, you could have spilled the salsa on you.
could have been even worse. Yeah, spill some guac. That's
that's expensive.
that's expensive stuff. Yeah, it's extra. It's not cheap.
I like hearing it because it's been a minute since I've been single, so I like hearing like
Yeah,
the
me too.
newer
Like
perspective
forever.
Right,
on what's
right.
really going on, like pushing this new show.
This could be. I literally
gotta
think this
go.
could be a real thing.
I think you
especially
should-
like we could get this reading like physical DMs. We get a little like an old school phone. We pick up calls
Yeah. Right?
from
There you go.
people looking for love.
People looking for love.
Dial in or number below.
Or people just hating on what just happened to them.
Right,
Say,
right.
Explain this.
Explain it.
Explain this. Asshole.
I was that waiter. I would like to say that the water was.
Yeah.
I am the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
hi.
exactly.
Thanks for calling me birthday text.
What was that old radio show like The Roses? Remember that old radio show about the roses?
Don't date us too much. What are you talking
No, like it was on like the main radio station where they would to try to catch somebody cheating. They
Cheaters.
Would, like they would call and say, "Hey, Drew."
Oh no, they still do that. Oh, you want to send flowers to somebody?
Yeah, and they would see if you would
Yeah.
say, and the significant other
And your
would be
wife
on
is on the line.
Yeah, that's
Some
it.
motherfucker.
That
That's-
is. Oof.
That was the best content on radio before content really existed. That
Yes.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
100%.
If they somehow could have done that with video, the best show
Done.
in history.
We might have to revamp that.
That would be unreal.
We could team up. That
The
would
video
be,
version?
Now we're talking.
Unbelievable.
would
Hey, you
crush.
want a trip to Vegas? Who would you like to come with?
Right. Oh, that's it right there.
Oh, what's your wife's name, sir? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
You've won a spa vacation or like a, yeah.
You could even set it up where they actually pull up. You know what I mean? And then boom, everyone's in the lobby, cameras rolling.
Oh, God.
Yes, ready to go.
That's how murders
Those
happen.
magic 3 words. All expenses paid.
Yeah, all expenses
Oh,
paid.
Yes.
Who do you want to share your guac with? Tell me. Well, Brittany, all right, I love that. That's great. Has your girlfriend kicked you out for a few hours because she was just so annoyed at you taking videos?
Never. She's threatened to before. Never. That's. Yeah, I do wake her up. She'll be in a dead sleep, and I'll do a morning alarm on the spot. And
In the bedroom?
In the bedroom. Oh yeah.
Great. I did see one where you had
Yeah.
her, like you selfied her while she was still sleeping.
Yes, we've stopped doing those since. I've been told. I've been told sternly to never do that again.
Hi, worth the views, not worth the views.
Yeah,
Worth the views,
yeah,
not worth
exactly.
the views. Copy.
It's a bit of a dichotomy there. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what is anything for the content. Am
Yeah.
I right? But never kicked out. you
Okay.
know? That's where we knew we were very in a healthy relationship. Like
You guys can deal with it.
yeah, especially coming from relationships where you got to walk on eggshells with every conversation. Like
Are you still doing 10 videos a day?
no, now it was a year of that straight 10 videos a day. Now it's 1 or 2.
Okay.
Now like
That's fair.
yeah.
Quality.
Does the time of day matter that you post?
I post the morning alarms between 9:30 and 10:30 Eastern time.
Eastern time.
So for me, that's just like from an algorithm standpoint, that's when folks are
Waking
Yeah,
up, they
it's
want to
right,
see it.
right.
right,
Got it.
or they
Perfect.
just got to the office and they're like, on their phones the first, 30 minutes of their day. That's,
in the bathroom,
in the-
hiding.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
this idea is
Yeah, that's that window. But I think, especially when you first start creating, like, don't even get worried about the time. It's just like putting out the content and then really analyzing, like, okay, what is sticking? Then you get more tactical down the road once it has some like real weight behind it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, 9:30, 10:30 Eastern is when I normally post.
I love it.
Yep.
All right. We know that there is a pending proposal in the future
Yes.
somehow. We
Violently-
obviously know that
Violently close.
when, if, how, you can't divulge here. But what should guys not do when proposing?
Oof. We have a list.
Okay.
Stay away from holidays. Like
Perfect.
no Valentine's
I agree.
Day. Christmas Eve. The other crazy one, which we're just not fans of in general, proposing at someone else's wedding.
Is that a thing?
They throw the bouquet of flowers on purpose to the girl who's about to actually get proposed. The
Trash.
fiance swoops in at the wedding with the ring. Like
No,
it's a
that's like an
planned thing.
unwritten rule.
Yeah.
That's just
Isn't
you
that
can't do.
unreal?
People have done that?
Oh yeah, I don't.
That's
Maybe
a
that's just
thunder-
an East Coast thing. We see that
That's
all
a
the
thunder
time.
stealing. That
Really?
is not
Imagine.
okay.
What bride says yes to
No.
Right. And you set that up ahead of time. Like that is a big East Coast thing. Like for whatever reason.
The audacity to even ask the bride.
Is that such a fast-paced environment over there? Like, hey, you guys are getting married. We could just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know?
While we're here-
I could.
Hey, while you paid
While-
for this big, beautiful
My
reception,
friends are here? Yeah, it's perfect.
Perfect. You paid for those
Yeah.
flowers. You
Yeah.
just
We
throw
got
them
free
over.
dinner. Like,
Yeah.
we're good.
This is.
wait, you have a videographer, right? I could use that. You borrow that, right?
just it's such a 2-for-1 situation.
Yeah. Okay, so no weddings,
No weddings.
no holidays.
And for us, this is just an us thing because we're like more private with proposals. Well, what the proposal will be. No like like sporting event jumbotron situation.
Okay.
You
Sure,
know what
sure,
I mean?
sure.
Those would be like our 3 to like really avoid. We love the like private beach setting, some sort of like mountaintop hike. We're going on a hike tomorrow, by the way. I just want to plug this early. Don't get your hopes up. Don't take this and then
My hair's done. All the hair.
Yeah, her
all
nails
the
are
hair
done
everywhere.
already.
It's
I
really
mean,
annoying because podcast views would go up if you said what was happening now before it was happening.
We might
so.
honestly, anything for the content. We could set something up.
I mean, do you think a lot of guys have pressure? I mean, yeah, obviously, because I'm not engaged either, and it's coming, and it should have came a long time ago. But I feel like the social media has also kind of like put this huge stigma on it too. It's like, do I
Huge.
need to have a videographer in the fucking bushes?
Right.
Do I need to have a photographer over there?
Roses that spell out her name.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
as soon as I drop that on that knee, I get professional photos. I
Right.
got a professional video. I can
Right.
put sound over.
I feel like nowadays too, it's like we're super close with both sides of our family. So we go home every Sunday and have like traditional Sunday dinner with like the whole family.
Yeah, I love that.
And we talk about that. My mom makes a good point. She's like, when you would break up with someone back in the day, you would most likely, legitimately, never see or hear from them ever again. Where nowadays it's like, to your point, like everyone's always on top of each other,
Spying,
visually, like.
Plus, you're a creator now, so now I'm sure
Right.
your
Now there's-
fans and followers are like,
Oh yeah, they're itching. We have where we live. I do a lot of my alarms too on our roof from there, from not like physically at the garage. And as I'm filming an alarm, this girl on the adjacent rooftop
throwing ring pops at you, like as
filmed
hints.
me. She literally filmed it and sent it to me via DM on Instagram and goes, "Now I know where you live, so if you don't propose, I can come to your door and kill you." Now this isn't good fun. She did drop a couple of like the crying, laughing emojis.
Yeah.
So hopefully no serial killer situations. But yeah, she's so we get a lot of like, she teases it a lot on her TikToks. A lot of like,
I do like how you guys can make fun of it a little bit.
Totally.
Because-
Totally.
So my whole thing since I'm the only one who's actually engaged someone or proposed someone before here, my whole thing, and I told my wife, I was like, look, I promise you, whenever we do get engaged, you're not going to see it fucking coming.
right.
You're not going to see it coming. And I tell everyone this, all my friends who were before, I was like, as long as they just, for some reason, you just plan it right and they just have let their guard down
Right.
in that instant, that's the moment where it's
Right.
the best. Because my wife, same thing. We had a couple big things that happened before we got engaged. She's like, okay, this vacation or this thing.
Right,
and
right.
it just never happened each time. And then we ended up doing it. We planned a trip where she was on a girls' trip, but it was all planned. So I was she thought I was
wow.
in a different state. So she
Right.
was just having fun with the girls. But in fact, I was not.
Did you told her family and siblings ahead of time about
Yes.
the proposal? See that we were talking about that over here. The Italians, a lot of loose lips over there in that family. And I'm 11% Italian, so we Italians do
We
tend
Italians.
to squeal every now and then.
I traditionally
But-
asked her father.
Okay, yep.
I did
Definitely.
it out of respect,
Right.
to him. I did that, and then obviously like her mom knew, and my parents
Right.
knew, and my sister, and like my best friend who picked out
Right.
the ring with me, and that was about it. And obviously her friends who helped me orchestrate like the whole. She was going on a girls' trip, and I was like, "This is the perfect time." So I essentially called them. I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna hijack your trip."
Oh, nice. Yep.
And so I helped them do. They did like a fake dinner. Funny story was it was in Nobu, Malibu, and her friend said it was like she got hooked up from someone, and it's like a comp free dinner. So they're like super happy. All right, cool. We're gonna go to Nobu,
Yep.
just blow it out, spend. But I was paying for it, by the way.
Right. Lovely.
So they're ordering like it was a comp, like at Nobu, and I'm sitting at the restaurant around the corner, and they're just
Watching the bottles fly out.
all the shit, just sake and sushi and blah blah. Of course, we'll have dessert, whatever. It was hilarious, and I remember being there after proposing. The bill comes out to me, and she's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, well, fuck you."
That is, I'm gonna need the ring
Her
back
two friends, like,
for
I'm glad you
collateral.
enjoyed the night, But it was great. So she had no clue, and I showed up and surprised the shit out of her. And she had called me that night on the way, and I was actually in the same hotel as her.
Wow.
Like she was staying in the room that I
Yep.
got for them, and then I rented the penthouse on the top. So she comes like, "Oh, I'm on dinner." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm
Yep.
in Vegas, whatever. I'm going to meet up with friends, or I was going to work." And but I was like a
You were
couple floors
upstairs,
above
yeah.
her, right? Yeah. So that's how it worked. So the surprise was my only thing.
Yeah, the element of surprise I think is often overlooked. Like that is so key.
Number
I
one
think.
thing.
Yeah, 100%.
As long as they're just like, it can be like the most casual situation
Right.
ever. No tuxedos needed.
right.
Just surprise.
The element of surprise. I'm with you. That's what's tough with her. She's got some close sisters that if I say anything, I think I might tell them a lie like a location and a date and test them and see if she ends up finding out about that. And then we pull up at a different date and location.
See
and
where the leak is?
See where the leak is. Find
Who's
where
the
that-
informant?
Yeah. So there's an informant in that family.
Also, possibly an FBI style reality
Could
show too.
be.
There's multiple ideas here.
Could be a lot of stuff stirring. Yeah, that's for sure.
We both have kids.
Yep.
So reverse. Are you nervous about having kids at all? Do you have any advice to ask us?
I do have some advice. I do have some questions for you for sure.
Okay.
I'm a big, we want kids so bad.
All right.
And a truckload, just
A truckload.
Just a
There we go.
truckload. Roughly, 5, 6. 5 is probably good,
So middle infield. Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
middle
there we
infield,
go.
exactly. Yeah, just so we could play up a pickup game of basketball. We got all the players.
That's fair.
I'd be the coach. Perfect. When you guys, did you see a difference career-wise at all from the moment you had kids? Like we have such ambitious goals.
Sure.
Did you see any? And was there any sort of slowdown once you actually physically had kids that you were like, okay, my priorities are obviously shifting towards the kids, of course. Did you see that pull away from anything creatively you had long-term goal-wise?
I mean, I could say for me first, one, we had a COVID baby, so it was kind of weird anyways. Our life had
like
so
a
drastic.
sl-
Our life
right.
had drastically changed
Right.
anyways. But in the very beginning, when you do have a kid, nothing is the same.
Right.
You'll very quickly realize that, especially if you both separately have professional goals and want to have a kid.
Right, right.
Versus, I guess, one of you wanting to stay home, which is incredible, or
Right,
not,
right.
whatever it may be. And my wife works as well, and so we've spent the first year really communicating time and being, I guess your spontaneity goes down about 1,000,000%.
Right.
Like you're just over planning, you're
Yep.
over talking. It's like that, real, hey, do you want to go to eat? When do you want 20 minutes? Cool. Yeah, let's go.
Done.
That doesn't exist anymore. You want to go to eat sushi? Cool. 3 Wednesdays from now, let's do it. 5:30 p.m. reservation.
It's
Perfect.
30 minutes to just get out of there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And you just have to because I feel like there was a lot of components in the first year that we necessarily missed, mostly because it was right off the heels of COVID.
Right,
So we had
right.
felt like our lives had changed so much, and then we had a kid right as COVID was ending.
Right.
So it kind of extended our trip a little
Yeah,
bit.
right.
Our trip, our difference in life. So friends, relationship, yourself, professional career, how you mix and match all of those, and then obviously your family being a priority.
Right.
It just takes a while to reevaluate the puzzle.
Right,
But
gotcha.
as long as you
I like
have
that.
a supportive spouse who's not kill your dreams or something
Right,
like that,
right,
then
right.
you're good, right? Which my wife is, Carolyn's amazing
Yep.
for all the projects he's doing.
Yep.
So, but that's my answer.
Yeah, so
I like that.
career-wise, slow down for me, not at all, because
Yep.
I'm the sole provider.
Yep.
So
Nice.
luckily, we're in a position to where she can stay home
Nice.
full-time,
Right.
to where we don't have to have
You
two
focus
incomes.
on that. Yep.
So that was a huge help. But for me now, having almost 2-year-old, I have now more now on my plate than ever before. I have
Right.
numerous businesses now that we've just
Right.
started in the past year. Still own and operate numerous different ventures.
Right.
But it's never going to slow down. You just kind of have to ask yourself, what do you really want? And again, money is definitely always something to be concerned about because these little fuckers aren't cheap.
Right.
They're little bloodsuckers, dude. They
Especially
suck.
5 of them, by the way.
Yeah, 5
That's-
of them. I mean,
that's
dude,
a lot.
You got car seats, clothes, diapers, bottles.
We're estimating,
everything.
and who
It's-
knows if this is right? I bet through a kid's lifetime, from birth to say through college, $1 million.
$1 million
Yeah,
baby.
bloodsuckers.
Right?
$1 million.
$1 million
Bloodsuckers.
between everything.
No
Yeah.
question. $1 million a baby.
Right?
Yeah.
No question.
Million
And
bucks.
as long as you can you come to an agreement to where you guys can still find a way to just make money, because I
Right.
will say first and foremost, money absolutely does buy happiness.
Right.
It
Which
provides
honestly
huge,
is a
when people say it doesn't,
I like that
tell them
take.
they're full of fucking shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It 100%
100%.
fucking does. And
Right.
it buys not just happiness, but it buys the foundation for you
right.
to be happy.
Security,
Time, security, stuff that she can go do whatever she wants all day. She doesn't have to worry about stressing away and slaving
Right.
away for a job.
Right.
She can just stay, raise our kid.
Right.
No fucking
100%.
day school.
Yep.
Wow, Jeff's putting his kid
It
in day
sucks.
school.
But it's a
The
weird,
one tier.
Yeah, no, it's
Fucking tier, Jeff.
it's a weird perspective because my wife it was all about the ability to choose.
Right.
If you want to work, then we'll figure it out.
Right.
If you want to not work, then we'll figure it out. Right. It was more okay,
I
cool.
like that.
Have the option to say, hey, look, maybe before you have a kid, look, I'll tell you this. Here's the biggest piece of advice. We can kind of leave it there. whatever your siblings tell you, your parents tell you, your friends tell you, random podcast hosts in Vegas tell you, or
Two legends, by the way.
YouTube or movies or all of
Right.
that, like you swear that you know what having a kid is like because everyone's told you, you've prepared, you've read books, you've watched
Right.
videos, like you're like, all right, I know this is hard, I know this is difficult. Nothing prepares you until you actually have one.
Right,
Of how
right.
24/7 it really is trying to deal with it, and you're like, oh my, and just juggle because
Right.
you're just not used to it.
Right.
Like everything else is like turns on and off in some way. Kids just don't. Like it is the truly most 24/7 thing. Once you have that, you just don't know how you're going to feel. So
Yeah.
with my wife and I, it was like maybe beforehand you're like, oh my God, I'm going to want to get back to my job as soon as possible. Like I don't want to stay home. And then you have a kid, you're like, oh my God, like I can't
Right.
leave her or him. Like
Can never-
I
yeah.
want to be
For
a
so
stay-at-home
long.
mom,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Or,
right.
or maybe it's the opposite. Like I would never leave my job. And then you're like, oh my God, I really want to stay home.
Right.
Or, it can be both of those ways. So it's more just like being open to whatever everyone decides once
Right.
you get there.
Right. I like that.
Hey, I don't know what I want. I think I want this, but if I get here and it changes, like, are we all cool with that?
Right.
Then you're good. Right.
I like that.
That's like, because I'm telling you, whatever, just like you said, like in life, like the V,
Right.
whatever plan you have in place,
1,000%.
you can try to direct it in that direction, but
Right.
you may or may not get there.
Right. Right.
On how it is. And not to mention, like, both of us are really lucky. We had kids who are perfectly healthy.
Yeah,
We
nice.
both have support. Like,
Right.
my in-laws live here. His parents
Both
and
of our parents
in-laws
live
live
here.
here.
Yep.
So we have family support. We both have healthy babies. So
Yeah.
we're like, babies are hard as shit no matter what.
Right.
Even with support and healthy.
They're fucking assholes.
Yeah,
too.
they're assholes.
little assholes. Dude,
They're assholes.
Honestly, they're kind
So-
of dicks, dude.
So,
dicks.
so
That
they
needs to be
are.
on a shirt.
They are.
Kids.
They
Kind
are.
of dicks.
Love
dude.
you. Kind of a
Kind of
dick.
a bit of a dick.
Love you. Kind of a dick.
That is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. But last, before we go, obviously, so good luck on that, by the way.
Yes. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah,
every step of the
you,
way.
you could text me now.
Yeah,
along the
Have
way.
you guys started trying yet?
We have sex.
But it's a different sex though.
Right.
Like when you're trying to have kids, fucking for a job, kind of sucks.
See, true.
Yeah.
So
You
you're,
gotta wait.
so you're not trying right now. You're not trying, or you're not trying.
She is one of those. She is. What is that thing? The Hoover Dam thing called? You got done. IUD. There it is.
Looks like Hoover Dam.
Always
Yeah,
mix
you're
it
right.
up with an IED.
Yeah.
The roadside bomb. Not
Roadside
to be confused.
bomb.
Yeah, not to be confused.
Tomato, tomato.
Right, tomato, obviously. So I think at some point we will release.
Pull the goalie. Pull the goalie.
We'll pull the goalie. There it is. Trying to
Okay,
figure out a
pull the
good
goalie.
metaphor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pull the goalie and yeah.
I like it.
We'll wait for a full moon, probably.
go.
You know.
Don't worry. There's like 50 apps, and you'll
It's-
get. My,
Ovulation cycles, baby.
Yeah.
We gotta fuck
Yikes.
now, and it's like,
yeah.
wow, you
You'll-
just killed it for
my
me.
wife, as a semi joke, but not joke, like sent me a meeting invite when we first started trying, like 6 p.m. D appointment.
D appointment.
D appointment. You're like on Zoom. You're like, wait a minute, this was in person? Like, this
No,
is in
this
the
is an
office meeting?
Yeah. Please arrive fully ready, fully prepared.
Fully torqued.
Please do your research before arriving for the presentation. Last thing though, let's touch on this Dangerously Coffee brand that's in
Yes.
front of you.
Yes.
How did this happen? How did you pull it off? Tell us about it. Tell
Dangerously
the people.
caffeinated coffee. The crazy thing, and I think this is like a key thing for most creators, people want to, before they get on the app, they want an idea first and then content second. For me, it was vice versa. It was content first. I never thought I would own a coffee company or a merch line. It all came from my followers.
Just how you were.
So it was Dangerously Caffeinated started as a slogan. I would do the morning alarm and end each one with being like, let's get dangerously caffeinated. And then in the comments, I read every comment.
Yeah.
I try to comment back to every comment, but I saw these themes of the video would go up and they'd say, if this was on a hoodie, I'd buy it. T-shirt, I'd buy it. Tank top, I'd buy it. And I was like, ooh, merch. So we dropped Dangerously Caffeinated merch. And the merch is easy, like finding out how to figure out how
Yeah.
to do a merch line.
Right.
Fairly simple. And then a couple months go by, still doing the videos, still doing merch. People are saying, is this a coffee company? Like, I've Googled Dangerously Caffeinated. Like, at the time, nothing comes up. Like, if you bagged this and made coffee, I'd buy it. And I'd see 1 or 2 comments trickle in, and then it was like 10 or 20. And then, you start to like really take in. You're like, okay, I'd get DMs of people being like, hey, I can actually help you out. I know a roast master, blah, blah, blah. So Dangerously Caffeinated actually came from my own followers as well as the merch. So, and that wasn't until we've been a company 1 year and 3 months. So we survived our 1 month, our 1 year existence as a company, which is huge. Like going through those growing pains and So yeah, now
And having
it's,
no clue how to make a coffee company.
no,
so
like
you start
the
from
merch
scratch.
is so easy. Like the merch is such a simple game. You know, you can pick the threads and the fabric, and that's pretty. But to find, my business partner and I, Brandon, we were like, okay, we got to find a way to get coffee at the source for cheap, and we'll that's how we'll make our profit. We'll mark it up X%. So I was like, cool, yeah. I was like, let's go to. We were literally looking to book flights to Colombia to meet these people in the actual fields, and I was like, Brandon, we're gonna be on a Locked Up Abroad episode. We'll be on like a 60 minutes, like two very pasty tourists die in
international
Colombia.
travel right now is not it. It's not it.
So we put the eraser on that, and we actually found a local roast master in New Hampshire. His name's also Kevin. So I was like, this is meant to be. So he actually imports the beans. So we actually went there. We spent a couple days taste testing different blends from Brazil and Japan, and we found these 2 blends we really liked. We tried it with friends and family first. We did like a scorecard and ranked everything, narrowed it down to 2 blends we were all on board with and loved, and then launched with the 2 blends.
That's
and then we
sick.
got into, so we have, the bad coffee, K-cups. We're trying to work through Nespresso right now. We want to get into like the actual compete in the energy drink game with Red Bull and stuff. So getting like a canned, dangerously caffeinated, like
coffee
carbonated beverage, basically.
Cool.
Almost
It's
like
so good.
Oh man, like
Did you trademark the name?
that's the cool part about this. Dangerously, I've done the Flip Life, which is very much a not legitimate business, cash only operation.
Yeah.
Someone right now from the IRS is like, really? I was
That's
like,
fine.
we got
wow.
him.
How
And
much
we
money?
got him.
How much student debt did you pay off?
It was, we wrote it in. We did the taxes on it, obviously,
Yeah.
right? Everything in here, LLC around Dangerously Caffeinated, trademarked. Even like the logoing, and that's where Brandon was like such an asset. Like, I'm great, front side sales. He's really good at like, okay, we're gonna get an actual
Making it
business
legitimate.
attorney.
Making it
who's gonna
legitimate.
be on
Yeah.
our team.
You need both.
You need both.
You need
which
both.
is we're gonna get a tax advisor, which is like so crucial, especially with creators. Like, the income you can make is almost, there's no ceiling on it, but there's no one there to say, hey, come tax season, like, you're gonna need significant help in terms of how to balance all this with write-offs and what classifies as
What's
a
a
write-off.
write-off? Oh, you just write it off.
Right. Should I
Write
be
one off.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
The government pays for it.
Yeah. Like learning that whole and should we be an LLC? Should we be a C corp, an S corp? Like learning that whole side of business was so fascinating to me. I took business courses in college, but nothing.
You don't learn any of it until the real life.
It's funny.
Crazy.
From school to real life business. I look at it as, for us, it was Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady dropping back to pass, throwing to a receiver. School is where the receiver is currently. Brady's throwing to where that receiver's gonna be, which is
Correct.
real business. So in school, you can learn about business marketing.
Yeah, it's all cool. It sounds great.
Sales, right?
But in practice,
practice, it's actually looking out front facing and, even further, like, with.
But you also give a lot more of a shit when it's your business.
But
versus when you need to get
when
A
your
on the
money's
test.
actually
Yeah.
in it, now you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Great point. So that's how Dangerously Caffeinated launched. It was all from my own actual audience that was like,
That's
hey.
as organic as it gets right there.
And then you knew up front, like, hey, this idea probably won't flop because there's a demand for it out of the gate. And coffee is so saturated. Like, it's probably arguably the most saturated market out there.
There's so many, yeah.
Like, for us on the East Coast, you got Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks is like your ride or die.
Yeah.
You got where we live in the North End, there's a coffee shop probably every 3 blocks. So it's like, what gets you out? And that just comes from branding.
At least you know people are consuming it.
Right, exactly.
And that's all you need.
That's the branding side of it is so key.
And consumers now in today's market, they love to associate a name and a face
Yes.
with a brand.
Yeah.
So what you're
100%.
doing with organically on your accounts
Right.
is the best route to go.
Right. I always look at it too, like with
You got to make a sound thing so when they open the bag, you could give the morning like.
put a little speaker in there.
Yeah. Good morning.
You know, like the cards.
That
Yeah.
right.
It's the same- it's the same technology.
Literally right on the fold here, we can put that in.
We're also now consultants for Dangerously Caffeinated.
Maybe a royalty deal there.
Yeah,
you know.
there you go.
So hello.
You can have that.
Good
You can have it.
morning.
But I need to see it done though.
Yeah. See, I like that a lot. That's what's funny too.
Wow,
Like
no one's done that.
no one's done that. That's genius.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing too. Like that's cool with business is like, 99% of people will talk about it, but to actually like get out there and
I'm telling you, it's
know,
tough, dude.
Do
it's,
it.
It's a war. It's a
No one
it's a
gives a
contact
fuck
sport.
about your idea.
No.
Yeah, you gotta put it out there and make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And the first thing too for like those listening, like first starting out, it's building that team. Like for me, I knew I could handle merch on my own. I knew how to brand on social media. I needed someone on the back end
Sure.
to legitimize this company. So I always feel like if you don't know it yourself and you've put in the hours and you're still lost, time to partner.
And also someone that also understands that, hey, you are kind of the face guy,
Right,
the one,
right.
which comes along with all the accolades and everything. So as long
Right.
as you're okay knowing that going in,
Right. Exactly. It's like for me, it's always sports. It's like the quarterback gets all the accolades,
Of course.
but it's really those big, large linemen,
that O-line, baby,
who
protect
never
you.
are in the newspapers, or you know what I mean. You need those guys.
To let you survive.
They're key.
Well, look, man, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, thank
Shout
you
out
for having
so
me.
where can people get dangerously caffeinated?
DangerouslyCaffeinated.com.
Okay.
You can find this too. Link in
no one
bio.
had that URL.
Pretty cool, right?
What the fuck?
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
There's
yeah.
some URL pirates out there. No one
yeah.
got that.
No, I got KevinCooney.com as well.
What about seriously caffeinated? That's probably taken.
That's probably a sister company. Someone's sitting there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till Violently Caffeinated launches.
yeah,
then
right.
we're, Kevin Cooney on all social media. You'll find this right in link in bio and everything. DangerouslyCaffeinated.com.
I love it, man. Well, thank you for coming out to the show.
Yes, thank you for having
Have
me.
fun in Las
Go
Vegas.
enjoy
Yes.
Vegas, dude.
Absolutely.
Get out of here.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Guys, as always, we appreciate you at the Residency Pod on Instagram. We'll see you next week.
Go.